Welcome to EBS Ministries. This is a Bible study group for men, mostly just friends that I know. I wanted to kind of go over the website and kind of give you a walkthrough how to use it and what we're planning for the next few months. Actually, we are going to be going through this book, Act Like Men. It's called Act Like Men, 40 Days to Biblical Manhood. I have it listed on the website. It's by Pastor James MacDonald. And what it has is 40 studies that are meant to be done a day at a time. We're going to be doing one study per week for the next 40 weeks. Now, we might skip some weeks where the schedule is to be determined, but for now, we're just going to go a week at a time. And so the goal, this book is actually only $5 on his website, and it's also $5 on most of the e-shopping sites that I've looked at, such as Amazon and eBay. And you can pick that book up, and so what we'll do is we'll read a study before the meeting, and then there are some questions for review or reflection rather at the end of each study. We will go through those questions during our meeting together on Sunday nights at 7 o'clock. And then that's Eastern time. That should be 6 p.m. Central. We'll go through those questions together and talk about our week and some things that we thought about during the reading. And then there are also complementary Bible verses to read as well, which I will include. So let's go ahead and take a look at the website here. So you should be able to see the website. This is ebsministries.w3spaces.com. EBS stands for Electronic Bible Study Ministries. And so if you're looking at this on the phone, let me just show you what it looks like on the phone. It should work just as well on the phone. Okay, it scales to your phone. This is for like a Samsung Note 8. Okay, so at the top you'll see a little introduction here. Here on the right hand side you have Zoom meeting link. If you click that, it'll take you down to the bottom. This meeting ID and passcode is not going to change. If you're wondering if we're going to still meet, just send me a text message. If you head on over to contact, you can see my contact information. Also, Peter, you may or may not know him. He has his cell phone and email listed as well. Just contact us just to make sure that we're meeting up that week. If there is a change in a date, that will be listed at the top. Okay. So here on the left-hand side, you have various links throughout the website here. So you can go to your about, values, news. This is where you can purchase the book, Act Like Men, 40 Days to Biblical Manhood. Just click on this link here, and it should be $5 on his website. Okay, so jamesmacdonaldministries.org, $5. And then I think it's $5 on any of the e-shopping sites as well. So like I said, we meet every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Go ahead and pick up a copy of that book. We have already met one time and we've gone through the first study. That was like yesterday, last Sunday. So we may be through a couple of these by the time you get involved with this. Don't worry about it. You can jump in anytime. You can always go back and read those on your own, or I'll be happy to join you in a different study. But there's going to be 40 weeks of this, so you can jump in anytime. I don't think you necessarily need to read them in order. If we're already on, let's say you're jumping in here in January of 2023, that's not a problem. And so what I've done here is, if you click on here, you have at the bottom, Act Like Men schedule. So our next meeting, we're actually not going to be meeting this upcoming Sunday. Some of us are going to be out of town, so we'll be meeting on the following Sunday, so 2 weeks from today. Here you have the name of the study and then the date. And if that changes, I will update this page. So for example, if let's say on the I think one of them was on Christmas, I skipped that one and decided To skip that from December 18th, we won't meet on Christmas. We'll go straight, because Christmas is on Sunday this year. We'll go straight to January 1st. If your birthday is on one of these days, for example, I think my birthday is on the March 19th here. Don't worry about it. We may or may not meet that week. It'll be tentative. We'll go ahead and update this as we go. And here, if you look here, there is a list of Bible verses that accompany or complement the study. Okay. If you click on this, it'll take you to a website known as BibleGateway.com, which I have queried the various verses, and you can read all the verses in one place. Just scroll down and you should be able to read through. So for example, let's look at a longer one. So here is, I think, there is one in the future where we will be reading like a whole chapter, or 2 or 3 chapters. So I've created separate links for those under the reading here. Here you go. So January 8th, study 21, clarity and conflict. These are the complementary verses, and then 1 Samuel chapters 10 through 20. So that's 10 whole chapters. I don't think they're going to be long. You can click on this and it'll take you straight to the chapters 10 through 20, and just scroll down and you can read that Bible verse. You don't have to read the Bible verses. We can talk about them, but that is the point of the Bible study. So I highly recommend reading them as well as along with the actual weekly study from the book. And so like if you click on this one has a pretty long one here, exhaustive list. You can go down John 2:17, Matthew 6:10. It kind of puts them all together on one page, which is really nice. Also, each week I will update after the meeting. So if you go to weekly study and passages here, you can see that so next time after we meet, I'll say read study 3, which is not a quality man. And that would be August, I want to say 28th. The 28th, study 3. So as you can see, you have the questions for reflection. I'll update that every week as well. Before we meet, I'll do it on the Sunday. After we meet, I'll do it that evening. So that way it'll be available for the whole week. So you can, after you finish reading the study, you can go and review these questions. We'll talk about these during the meeting. And then also I've included the Bible verses as well. Now, when we do the longer chapters, like the Samuel 10 through 20, I'll probably just have a link for that. I'm not going to include the whole thing here. There's also some additional resources here. If you click on this, additional readings. So the entire text is based on, heavily reliant on 1 Corinthians. That's Paul's first letter to the church of Corinth. So here he quotes a lot of verses from chapter 16 throughout the studies. So I've gone ahead and included the entirety of chapter 16 here. You can click on this to read it on BibleGateway.com. You can also click on this to read a print version. So see here. And then there's also an audio version that I've included from YouTube, and then an 8-minute overview of Paul's first letter. So if you click on, for example, here, listen to 1 Corinthians 16, you can actually listen to the audiobook on
the first epistle of Paul to the Corinthians
on the website here. And then if you want to, you can also listen to this review. This is a good overview of the whole book, or letter rather, by Bible Project, I think.
Paul's first letter to the Corinthians, written to a church community that Paul knew really well.
So this kind of gives you some context as to what Paul was writing to Corinth, and a little bit about the church of Corinth and the city of Corinth during that time. There's a lot of information there. So I think that pretty much covers the website. I don't plan on changing this additional reading for quite some time, unless maybe I might put the 1 Samuel here once we get to that in the future. So hope to see you guys there. August 21st is our next meeting. If you can, order this book. You got 2 weeks to get it to your house. I ordered it, took only a few days. I think I ordered it off Amazon. I don't even think I went to the website, to his personal website, but you can do that if you want. or just search for this, Act Like Men, 40 Days to Biblical Manhood by James McDonald on Google, and it should pop up relatively quick from any website. I also have meeting archives here, which is basically each week, since I'm updating the weekly passages and the questions, I'll go ahead and add a link here that you can click on to go to a previous week's meeting, right? So the questions will be different. It's going to look exactly the same, it's just going to have different questions. So hopefully that doesn't confuse you guys. I wasn't trying to do that. I was just trying to be helpful and provide more of the material. And like I said, the meeting ID and passcode should not change going forward. You can also click this link. It won't change either. So, well, that's all I have. I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that to see you guys there. So again, the book is called Act Like Men, 40 Days to Biblical Manhood by Pastor James McDonald, and you can pick it up at his website, or you can pick it up on eBay for $5. It's a pretty good price, and it's a pretty good book so far. I think that it's definitely the questions for reflection and the reading has helped me provoke some thought in myself and some self-reflection, and I hope it can do the same for you guys, and look forward to seeing you guys there. So send me a text or an email. Just head on over to contact. And all right, thanks. See you. Bye.